How y'all doing, my people? I'm back with another episode, and this is Drive Time Football. This is the game of the century, ladies and gentlemen. We got one of the two of the best top dog teams out of the 10 teams that were selected by the 10 fictional players, as coaches. And they're going to go at it today here in week four. Two undefeated teams, the Buffalo Bills visiting the LA Chargers in California. So there's also a cool fun fact is that JM, which stands for Josh Morris, and also AW, which stands for Alex Woodyard. This were the two main, coaches that went back into the red ice hockey, in the championship. And Alex Woodyard, remember, he was with the Vancouver Canucks, and Josh Morris was with the New Jersey Devils. So Alex Woodyard won the Stanley Cup, and he beat Josh Morris 4-1 in that 7-game series. So just imagine, like, these two players are going at each other again, and let me see. Oh no, and they can go against each other in the conference championship finals, because I was gonna say the for the Super Bowl, but they can't because they're in the same American division. We have here the national division. So here in this division, I really don't see. Well, I might say the LA Rams are probably the best out of this five here in this division. But here we have the LA Chargers, the Buffalo Bills, and the Jacksonville Jaguars are the three best out of the 10 here in Drive Time Football. So, ladies and gentlemen, we have a game. This is America's game. So this one right here is no joke. This one right here will be remembered for, I don't know for how long, but I know this game. I'm so right now so hyped up, and so I can't wait, to be the first, you be the kickoff, in the first quarter, and to see which team is going to prove to be the number one team out of all the 10, in the Drive Time Football League. So only one is going to come superior. So, but of course, both teams can still not lose their undefeated record if they go to a overtime and go and finish into a draw, a tie. So here we go, ladies and gentlemen. This is like I want to say a CBS, like a CBS television presentation of the best game right now that we've seen so far out of all the Drive Time Football weeks we've already watched. And it's only going to be 9 weeks, but here we're just in week four, and these two teams are already going to face each other early in the season. So here we go, ladies and gentlemen. The undefeated Buffalo Bills versus the LA Chargers, undefeated 3-0, both of them. So, man, let's go ahead and get this kickoff going. The Buffalo Bills are going to call for the coin toss. Of course, always the visiting team does that. Bills call heads. And that's the even. So you remember what I told you? Even is for heads, odd is for tails. So they win the coin toss, but what they're going to do, even is to kick it, and odd is to receive it. And they say they will kick it. All right, good option. Good decision right there by the Buffalo Bills. I wrote in the wrong section. Here we go. All right, here we go. The LA Chargers are going to get the ball here in the first quarter for the kickoff. The Buffalo Bills are going to get the second half kickoff. Good, smart decision. Good choice by the Buffalo Bills. Here we go. The LA Chargers, ladies and gentlemen, we are on our way to start this magnificent, great game that we're about to experience. We're about to witness between the Buffalo Bills and the LA Chargers. Who is going to come out victorious? Who do you got your picks on? Who do you pick to win this game? And me personally, I don't know who's gonna win. Like, to be honest with you, both are great. But you see, the difference is that the LA Chargers in real life in the 2024 season, they finished 11-6 with 402 points on offense, and they allowed 301, which is not bad at all. And the Buffalo Bills, on the other hand, this team, they were 13-4. They put up 525 points on offense, and they allowed 368. So their defense allowed a little bit more points, more touchdowns than the LA Chargers. But 67-point differential. But still, I think this game, we're about to find out right now who is going to be the number one team in the whole Drive Time Football League. Here we go. Does the LA Chargers have a kickoff return? Nope, they don't, for a touchdown. Here we go. LA Chargers, their first drive, ladies and gentlemen. We on our way. Here we go. LA Chargers, this is the 10 in their offense. 10 will be a punt. Okay. So, man, the LA Chargers, they start kind of slow. Well, not really. They always start scoring a lot of points and even winning the games. I mean, they're 3-0. Here we go. The Buffalo Bills. What are they going to do? Do they have a punt return for a touchdown? And let's see. And they don't. Here we go. Buffalo Bills. Ladies and gentlemen, in their second drive already here. Let's see what happens. Here comes Josh Allen. Here in the first drive. Here we go. That's a 3 in the offense. That's a punt. Oh my God. Look at this. My people, look at this. We already have, we have two teams that are starting slow right now in the first quarter. But, it's no worries. It's the beginning of the game. They're still, I think they're trying to stretch out the game, warm up, and kind of study each other to see, what they can find, a weakness in that defense for them to attack. Here we go. The LA Chargers in their second possession here in the first quarter. What they going to do? They let it go. That's going to be a 6 in their offense. That's a red zone. Okay, here we go. LA Chargers in the red zone offensive chart. What they going to do? Can they score? And this will be a 10. 10 will be a field goal. Oh, my God. Man, I'm telling you. That defense of the Buffalo Bills is playing real good. Especially the Chargers are also playing some real good, tough defense. Man, this is going to be a defensive battle game right here. I don't think it might be a high-scoring game, but you never know. We still have not got out of the first quarter yet, so we can't talk too soon. Here we go. The Buffalo Bills, their second drive here in the first quarter. They let it go. That's a 5 in their offense. That's a red zone, ladies and gentlemen. Here we go. They're going to roll off their offensive red zone chart. And they score a touchdown. This will be a 7 TD run. Oh my God, look at this. And a rushing touchdown for the Buffalo Bills. Extra point, 2-10. That's going to be a 3, so that's good. So, okay, here we go, ladies and gentlemen. It is 7-3. Buffalo Bills over the Chargers. Okay, here we go. LA Chargers in their third final drive here in the first quarter. What the LA Chargers are going to do here? They let it go. That's going to be in their offense. An 8-8. Oh, my God. That's a punt. Okay. So I guess the LA Chargers are really not finding a weakness, a spot where they can, attack that Buffalo Bills great defense. Let's see what happens here. The Buffalo Bills in their final third drive here. Yeah, there you go. So here we go. The Buffalo Bills in their final third drive here in the first quarter. Let's see if they can add more points. They let it go. That's going to be a 4 on the defense of the LA Chargers. Let's see. Defense of 4, a punt. Oh, man, what a great defense by the Chargers. They only give up 3 red zones in their defense. An interception and a fumble. Interception on the 9 and fumble on the 12. So not a bad defense at all. So here we go, ladies and gentlemen. After the end of the first quarter, after 1, it is the Buffalo Bills over the LA Chargers, 7-3. It's a real low scoring game, but that's good. That's what we want to see. A good defensive game here. And we're going into the second quarter. And now, I don't want to explain. You're probably going to be asking yourself, man, but what happened to the extra drive rolling and all that stuff, and, I'm going to just tell you, I don't want to overtalk myself and I don't want to keep repeating. I know I said it on the last recent video, I was not going to change, but, I don't want to get into all that, and I'm just going to keep it the way it was, just 3 drives a quarter, because I feel like it'll be fair enough and it'll balance out the game, and it'll give a chance for both teams to see what they can do in their respective offenses. So here we go. We're going into the second quarter, 7-3. After 1, the Bills over the Chargers. Here comes the LA Chargers. What they're going to do here in the second quarter in their first drive. Here we go. That's going to be an 11 in their offense. That's going to be a punt. Oh my God, they almost fumbled. Okay, here we go. They punt. Bills, of course, they don't have no punt return for a touchdown. They can't roll. Here we go. The Buffalo Bills. The first possession here in the second quarter. What they're going to do. They let it go. That's in their offense. And 8, that will be a red zone. Easy. Here we go. The Buffalo Bills. And the red zone offense chart. What they're going to do here, that's going to be a 7 TD run. Oh my God, look at this, ladies and gentlemen. The second rushing touchdown. I don't know if it was Josh Morris or Cook. I don't know who was it, but man, they are now up on the LA Chargers by 10, 13-3 with the extra point on the way. And that's going to be an 8. And the extra point is good. It is 14-3, ladies and gentlemen. The Bills have an 11-point lead on the LA Chargers. The LA Chargers is just not showing no offensive, aggression. They're just completely, I don't know what's going on. They don't have any answers for this Buffalo Bills defense. Here we go. LA Chargers, they let it go. That's going to be a 9 on the defense of the Bills. Let's see. A 9. Oh, interception. Oh, my God. And there you go. Justin Herbert, he throws his first interception today of the game. Oh, my God. Look at that defense of the Buffalo Bills. They're just coming with everything on that defense. They pick off Justin Herbert. All right, interception, return for a touchdown. They do have a 3 or an 11 roll. Can they return for a touchdown? No, they don't. Oh, my God. Here we go. The Buffalo Bills in their second possession here in the second quarter. Man, after that interception on Justin Herbert, man, this Buffalo Bills defense is no joke. Here we go. Against the defense of the LA Chargers, it's a 6. Let's see what they do. Defense 6, red zone. Oh my God, man! This Buffalo Bills offense, man, they want to really humiliate this LA Chargers in their own home stadium in their crowd. Here we go. The Bills on the defensive charge of the LA Chargers red zone. That's a 3, a missed field goal. Oh my God, that's a missed field goal by the kicker of the Buffalo Bills. I don't know his name, but man, they come out empty-handed. They drove real deep into the territory of the LA Chargers, and they come out with 0. So it's still 14-3. Man, after that interception on Justin Herbert, the Bills' offense, I don't know if it was right there inside their own, their own land. Their own territory. And they got intercepted, and I don't know if they was inside the 30 or inside the 25 or 20, and they missed a field goal. Can you believe it? But it's still, they're up by 11, 14-3. Here comes the LA Chargers. What they're going to do after that missed field goal. Defense. This is a 6 on the defense of the Buffalo Bills. Here comes the LA Chargers. 6D. Oh, there you go. Red zone for the LA Chargers. Let's see if they can score on the Buffalo Bills defensive red zone chart. Here we go. And that's going to be a 10. Oh, my God. Look at this, ladies and gentlemen. But we have a missed field goal now by the LA Chargers It was first the Buffalo Bills, and now it's the kicker of the LA Chargers. They come out with nothing, and it's still 14-3. We're going to the last drive. The Buffalo Bills. What are they going to do here? Buffalo Bills in their third possession here of the second quarter before we end the first half. What they're going to do, they let it go. That's going to be a 4. In their offense, that's going to be a punt. Oh, my God. Now, this is what I want to also add. Now, teams do have a right for an extra drive, but not on Powder Blue Sports charts here. But, remember how I had it, that you got to roll 5 dices and you could re-roll for the second time until you get 5 of a kind. So that's what will get you an extra drive. So here, the LA Chargers are going to roll for an extra drive. Let's see if they can get it. And you can only get 1 per quarter, so you can get a total of 4, attempts, to try to get you an extra drive. See if you can get it. Here comes the LA Chargers. Let's see if they can get an extra drive. They get 2 4s, so they need 3 more to get it, and that will be, nope, just 3 4s. No extra drive. Buffalo Bills. What are they going to do here? That's a 2 5s, so they need 3 more 5s. See if they can get another extra drive, and they get 3 5s. So nope. That's the end of the first half, ladies and gentlemen. It is 14-3. Can you believe that? What a score. A low scoring game, but man, it's a real good defensive game by both teams. The Buffalo Bills, they have 2 rushing touchdowns, a missed field goal in the first half. The LA Chargers have a field goal, an interception that Justin Herbert threw, and a missed field goal. So that's been the game summary on the first half. Now the Buffalo Bills will receive the second half kickoff after they elected to kick it on the first half. Here we go. The Buffalo Bills, they have a 14-3 lead on the LA Chargers. What they can do here, can they add more to their lead? It's a 6 on the defense of the LA Chargers. Let's see, a 6 red zone. Oh man, here comes the Buffalo Bills on a defensive red zone chart of the LA Chargers. Here comes the Bills. That's a 9-9-9, a TD run. Oh my God, that's the 3rd rushing touchdown by the Buffalo Bills, and now they're up 20-3. They increased their lead after the extra point. What is going to be? The extra point is on the way. That's going to be a 4, so that's good. Ladies and gentlemen, it is now 21-3, and the Bills are just spanking this LA Chargers. And man, they have an 18-point lead all over those LA Chargers. Man, here, and the LA Chargers, despite playing in their own home stadium, in front of their own crowd, their fans, they are still not able to get a good atmosphere, a good energy. They're not feeling the energy of the fans for them to try to come back in this game. Here we go. LA Chargers in their first possession of the third quarter. That's going to be a 2, but that's going to be on the defense of the Bills. Let's see. A 2, that's going to be a punt. Oh my God, look at this, man. The LA Chargers are struggling. Ladies and gentlemen, what's going on? They are struggling. They only had a field goal, 3 points in nearly 3 quarters. Here we go. Buffalo Bills in their second drive here in the third quarter. What they gonna do? And that's gonna be an 8 in their offense. Offense 8, a red zone. There you go. Here comes the Buffalo Bills. What they gonna do in the red zone in their offensive chart? Here we go. They hit a 5 TD pass. Oh my God, look at this. Josh Allen finally gets his first touchdown pass, but he hasn't turned the ball over neither, so that's good. Oh my God. Extra point is good. Hits a 6. So that is now, ladies and gentlemen, it's 28-3. Man, it's totally a blowout already. What is going on with the LA Chargers? This is not the LA Chargers we used to seeing in the past 3 weeks, where they were just blowing out teams left and right. putting up nearly 40, 45 points a game. Come on. What's going on? Here we go. LA Chargers in their second drive here in the third quarter. A 9 in their offense. What is it going to be? Offense. A 9. That's a punt. Oh, my God. Oh, no. I'm just telling you right now. The LA Chargers, I think this might be it. I mean, I think they're going to really suffer their first loss of the season because they're showing no signs of coming back, especially against this great Buffalo Bills defense. Here comes Josh Allen and the Bills going back on offense on the field. Here we go. That's an 11 on the defense of the Chargers, and that's going to be on downs. So they turned the ball over on downs. I guess they were trying to go for it on fourth down or in the goal line. And, yep, that's a turnover for the Buffalo Bills. So this is a good opportunity for the LA Chargers to see if they can come back. Here we go. I mean, to see if they can get on the board here. And they only have a field goal, all pretty much in nearly 3 quarters. Here we go. LA Chargers, let it go. That's going to be a 10 on the defense of the Bills. Defense at 10, a punt. Ooh, it was nearly intercepted again. So that's a punt right there. And here comes the Bills. See if they can get their extra drive. I mean, even though they don't need it because they already they have a huge lead, a 25-point lead over the LA Chargers, 28-3. Oh, he only gets 3 sixes, so okay, no extra drive for the Bills. Here comes the Chargers. They're gonna try for their extra drive, and that's gonna be 2 5s here. They need 3 more 5s, and nope, they're not gonna get it. So that's the end of the third quarter, ladies and gentlemen. And it is 28-3. Look at that score right there. That's shocking right there. I mean, this is the LA Chargers that was putting up over more than 40 points a game. They came from week 3, blowing out the Jacksonville Jaguars, a great defense, and put up 38 points on them. I mean, how in the world right now they only have scored a field goal in 3 quarters, and that's all. And we're going to the 4th quarter, so this is going to be pretty much, they're going to suffer a deficit here, their first loss of the season. They're going to go to 3-1. But of course, the game's not over yet, but I already see it that it's pretty much, it's over, They're not showing any, they're not giving any signs of coming back or, trying to build for a game-winning drive or something. No. Here we go, the Buffalo Bills in the 4th quarter. Their first possession, that's a 4 on the defense of the LA Chargers. A 4 in their defense, that's a punt. Okay, well, but I'll tell you another thing. The LA Chargers have been playing pretty good defense. Even though, despite that they're down by as many as 25, but this is a team, the LA Chargers defense is just too good. But I guess the Bills exposed them today here in their own home stadium. Here we go. The LA Chargers are going to get their first drive of the 4th quarter. In the second half, here we go. That's a 9 in their offense. Nothing. Oh, my God. Look at that. That's 1, 2, 3, 4 straight punts they've been forced. And, man, I'm telling you, the LA Chargers, Alex Woodyard the coach is really having a rough day. Really a bad day. Probably one of the worst games of course, of his coaching career this year. Alex Woodyard, this is the same guy, the coach that he coached the Vancouver Canucks in the Red Ice Hockey League, and he beat Josh Morris in the Stanley Cup Finals. But now Josh Morris might have a chance to win a championship finally, and this is going to be with the best team, the Buffalo Bills. Man, I'm telling you, here comes the Bills are going to go into the second drive of the 4th quarter. This is going to be a 7 in their offense. That's a red zone. Oh, my God, look at this. They're going to score. Let's see if they score another touchdown or a field goal at least. I mean, it's already looking bad for them. That's a 2. That's a TD pass. Oh my God. Man, the LA Chargers are getting annihilated. They're getting humiliated, embarrassed. That's the second touchdown pass for Josh Allen today. Man, everything has been going right for them. I mean, it's always been going right for them the whole season. So this is an 8. The extra point is good. And ladies and gentlemen, it is now 35-3. Just a complete humiliation, a blowout against this LA Chargers defense. Give me 1 second. Sorry about that. I had to sneeze. Sometimes I feel like sneezing, but I don't feel like sneezing hard, especially I'm recording a video. I just think that it's going to sound kind of weird, whatever. Here we go. The LA Chargers. Their second drive here in the fourth quarter. That's going to be a 2 on the defense of the Buffalo Bills. It's another punt. That's 5 straight punts already, my people, on the LA Chargers offense. I mean, they're lucky that they were able to still get that field goal, because if not, this will be, be a shutout, They would have got shut out. Man, it's unbelievable. Here comes the Buffalo Bills in their last drive of the fourth quarter. Can they put up more points? That's a 5 in their offense. That's going to be a red zone, of course, easy. Here comes the Buffalo Bills in their offense. And that's going to be a 7, and that's going to be a TD run. Oh, my God. That is just not good, and this is already a blowout. I mean, it's been a blowout, but they're making it worse. That's a 5. The extra point is good, and ladies and gentlemen, it is now 42-3. That's let me see. That's 1, 2, 3, 4 rushing touchdowns. I'm pretty sure Josh Allen got like at least 3 of those. 2 of those at least, 2 rushing touchdowns, because we knew how, Josh Allen, how explosive he was as a mobile quarterback with those legs, and he also had an arm. But in that 2024 season, I mean, he was unstoppable. He rushed for a lot of yards, and man, they were really, really a great team. I just don't understand how they never won the Super Bowl, to this day. Here we go. LA Chargers was going to give it their last segment here. I mean, their last drive, I'm pretty sure, or whatever. They're going to try to get an extra drive. That's a 7 on the defense of the Buffalo Bills. A 7, that'll be a red zone. Okay. So I guess they're like, well, let us score one more touchdown, even though it's already looking bad for us. I mean, this game's pretty much been over since the third quarter. Here we go. And that's a 7 on the defensive chart. That's going to be a TD pass. And finally, they get on the board. I mean, they score a touchdown. Now it is 42-9 with the extra point on the way. And let's see, 2-10, and that will be good. Okay, so the LA Chargers are just gonna try their last, shot. They're gonna give it an attempt to get an extra drive. They're gonna roll the 5 dices, and that's gonna be 3 5s. Okay, that's good. That's 3 5s right there. Let's see if they can get 2 more. The extra drive, and oh, look at this, they got 4 5s, but they hit a 4. Look at that. They were close, 1 more, and that would have got them 5 5s, and they would have got the extra drive. But that's it, ladies and gentlemen. The game of the century turned out to be just the worst game of the century for the LA Chargers. I mean, this was the worst humiliation against them by any team. I mean, they thought that, they kind of expected the Buffalo Bills to play this aggressive, but they didn't know they were going to get blown out this bad. And for them they were just able to just put up 10 points in 4 quarters. I mean, that was just unbelievable. The great defense of the Buffalo Bills continues to destroy all these offenses, in the drive time football league. Look at that: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 punts by the LA Chargers, and the Bills had 1, 2, 3, 4 punts only for the Bills. And the Buffalo Bills, they scored a total of 6 touchdowns, all with extra points. Good. They had a missed field goal. They had 1, 2, 3, 4 rushing touchdowns and 2 passing touchdowns by Josh Allen. I'm pretty sure Allen got at least 1 or 2 of those rushing touchdowns. And they only had they had only 1 turnover. They went on turnover on downs back in the third quarter. And LA Chargers, they went 1 for 2 on field goals. And Justin Herbert threw an interception. That was a turnover. 8 punts, like I was just saying, a minute ago. And a TD pass, only 1 touchdown pass by Justin Herbert with an interception. So, man, it was really, really a bad game for the LA Chargers. And but I'm pretty sure, and I know for a fact, LA is going to bounce back from this loss with other teams that they played that are a little bit weaker, or they're just not as on the level that they are. And they're going to come back and win again. They're going to get back on the winning column. I'm pretty sure they will. This is a great football team, here in this 2024 season in drive time football. So the Buffalo Bills, they're going to go to 4-0 and stay undefeated. And the LA Chargers are now going to suffer their first loss. And they're going to drop to 3-1. So that's it, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you enjoyed the game. We just have one more game to play here. The Jaguars and the Broncos. So I'll be playing that, probably later on. And we'll get it now right away into week 5. And y'all stay tuned in. If y'all like the video, please like, share, subscribe, and comment. If you don't mind, I'll appreciate it. And, and y'all stay safe and blessed. All right. And I also want to give, quick shout outs, to Cards and Dice with Don, with my friend also Jackson, also Alan. Alan's another of my new subscribers. Thank you a lot, my friend, my brother. You've been posting some real good comments in my videos. You've been liking them, so I appreciate that, brother. I know you really want me to post nothing, but I know you want to see more of fight card boxing bouts, and trust me, I will be making them. Those things, I'm just making videos of different sports. There's days that I'll be making fight card boxing. There's other days I'll be making drive time football, and other days that I'll probably be working also on baseball. But I don't know when. But I'll be, I kind of like to switch it out, for the viewers and everything. I want to give a shout out also to Jason Graham from Jason Football. He always making great content. I always enjoy watching his videos. John Turnbull from powderbluesports, this great, amazing game of drive time football. Brian from Clark Anderson Games, and Dale from his famous basketball game, Flashpoint. I know he has other more, great games too, but that's a game right there that I really have my focus and my interest in, because it's a real good game right there. So ladies and gentlemen, I'll catch you on the next episode, and I hope y'all stay tuned in for more drive time football. Peace.